No.
It's a little catchy, isn't it?
It is.
Welcome
It is
back,
catchy.
everybody. It's May 7th, 2024. Devin was supposed to host tonight, but he didn't make it here. He's running slow. And I mean, he's not even on the phone call or anything. So he just said he don't care. No, I'm just joking. We have a pretty good show tonight for you guys. We got Judge Cannon postpones evidence after tampering was discovered and admitted to by good old, Jack Smith, who isn't even a constitutionally have power to be there. And Governor Hochul of New York says black kids in the Bronx don't know what a computer is. So apparently
doesn't even know what the word computer means.
This is terrible. This is, I mean, and us in America,
Right.
I'm calling. I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's so ludicrous, so far
They're
fetched.
just so out there.
You
Right.
can't even begin to comprehend
Right.
where
No,
do
you
people
can't.
get this. But we're going to go ahead and start off with Judge Hochul from New York. And if you want to pour that story up, Chris, we will get into it.
Got you right there.
We're going to play the video first, then we're going to talk about it and let you guys hear what she has to say.
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I want the world open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices innovating solutions through technology, then you're really addressing society's broader challenges.
That is, as Greg said, ludicrous. That look, man. When y'all go to catch on that it's election season, they need your votes. They're panhandling to you or pandering to you, panhandling to you. But anyway,
They're doing that too. They want your money.
they
They're
are. Yeah,
panhandling.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I guess either word fits.
Right.
But they do this every election season. But they say ludicrous stuff like that, like
Who's the
just
racist?
right.
Right.
That sounds so racist. That to say a group of people from a certain area doesn't even know not just what a computer is, but doesn't even know what the word means.
Right.
That
Yeah.
I'm done. Go ahead.
I mean, I just want to show you this. You could go and get gaming classes for kids in the Bronx. It's right there. Believe it or not, video games are beneficial for children, from improving coordination and problem solving to enhancing your memory and improving concentration. There are no shortages of benefits of playing video games. If you're looking for a structured environment for your child to play them in, discover classes in Bronx, New York. But they don't know what a computer is. But we got classes.
That's right. They don't know. So how could they possibly know what a video game is?
I don't know.
This is ridiculous on a whole new level. Look, they have programs now for underprivileged people to get free cell phones, and I emphasize free, along with the service. And then, I mean, now they're working on trying to give everybody internet as well. And they have classes. Obviously, I'm assuming these are probably free classes or games that they can do. Right?
We have coding with Minecraft, free trial.
Right.
It's free, $786. Coding with Minecraft. Look at all these classes that are free. JavaScript gaming, advanced. It's free, 4.9 stars. Minecraft.
I'm sure that.
Wait. Those ones aren't free. Those are $365.
Well, right, but all these, but all
the top ones were free. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you get to go and it's free.
I'm willing to bet too. There's some program where you could probably get free iPads or tablets or something too, if you're underprivileged.
Your kids in school are assigned in the higher grades laptops, in the lower grades iPads. Everybody's got a cell phone. I mean, even homeless people have cell phones.
I do not have a cell phone.
And that is basically a computer in your hand.
Exactly. A tiny computer in your hand. That's what it is.
We carry, everybody for the most part carries one around with them almost at all times, man. It's ridiculous if you ask me. Greg hit it on last night.
You got that wrong. I don't shower with mine, bro. I never shower with it.
Mine's waterproof. But anyway, Greg hit on it yesterday. Oh,
Yeah, look, everybody's.
I hope he does. Sorry, I gotta silence this. But what I was saying was, Jesus Christ, it's sorry about that. My phone
That's
is
me
blowing
too.
up.
I don't know what's going
It's
on
Devin
here.
trying to get on. He needs a 6-digit code
All right, well,
from one of our.
I'm working on it.
I lost my
Okay,
where I was.
I have it. Hold on. I'm sorry,
Okay,
guys.
I
We're
remember
professionals here.
I remember where I was going with it. Greg last night hit on it with millennials. Their worst fear is their cell phone dying. You know what I mean? Everybody has one.
Right.
I don't understand it. Like,
the thing about charging that got me, which you're right. I mean, I've seen that study, but it's like, I don't know of anybody that's more than a few steps away from a car or an outlet for a business. And even if you forgot your charging cord, 99% of the time you could go up to somebody and be like, hey man, my phone's about to die. Can I borrow your cord for a few minutes? And I'm sure
right.
they'll let you,
I get it.
I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. I want to show this video.
The Bronx, a hub of the gaming industry. But look inside this new gaming center and you would think it is, or at least the future of it.
I'm interested in coding mainly because I want to be a game designer. I grew up with games since I was 5, and rather than playing and
he doesn't
enjoying
know
them,
what the
I
word
wanted to learn how
computer
to make
means.
them myself.
And that is the mission of BX
Oh, look at
Start,
that.
which
They're all
had
playing.
soft launch
What
Tuesday
is going
evening
on
in
here,
Longwood neighborhood.
Governor Hochul?
It's funded by
That's
AT&T and launched by
Hochul.
DreamYard, an organization that works with 50 Bronx public schools.
The Bronx Gaming
All
Center
the
is
public
known to
schools?
be such a robust hub and community center where we are teaching classes, teaching things from coding, game design, game development, establishing career pathways.
Research shows 70% of the people working in the gaming industry are white and male. So one goal of this program is to provide a space for young people of color and young women to learn and to create.
A mix of old school arcade games to more.
I'm
Go
going
ahead
to
and pause that.
show,
I think we're.
look,
do they think this isn't going to get out? Oh my God, there's a frozen Devin.
I know. That's freaked me out. I didn't know he was there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, we can't hear you.
So,
Let's tell Devin what's going on. I'm sorry.
This thing with the governor though saying what she said about black kids not knowing what a computer means or the word even the word computer. It's racism at its finest with our politicians. They play this role every trip, and I just wish they. I'm sorry. I just wish they would just catch on.
Well,
and just be like, we don't want y'all to every 4 years, every 2 years to pander to us. It's disrespectful as hell, man. You know what I mean? I'd be mad if I was black. Like, well, every time y'all need an election's coming up, y'all start with this black and white stuff, man, and it's ridiculous.
But I was gonna say, Greg, I didn't want to call you out in front of the world, but wherever you got that clip from, that must be totally false. Look, that governor or whatever said that they don't know what the word means. So that must be like an AI generated.
It was people
that you got.
People
that was I'm the one
in the people in the but people in Iowa or Ohio or Nebraska, they listen to that. They might believe that. And but America, wake up. These people, the Democrats are the racists. They are the party of Jim Crow laws. They are just your president. President Biden fought to keep segregation. He said, I don't want my children to go to school in a racial jungle. He didn't want kids of color to go to school with you. Yep. He said in the campaign,
he said that,
if you don't vote for me, you're not black. He said, the grocery store needs the black woman to stock the shelves. These people are the racists, and they got you convinced that they're not. They got you convinced that they're
you ever see
people. I mean, it's ludicrous.
It is. And if you ever see, I know you have. We've all seen it. I don't know where it is, and I'm not bringing it up on here because it says the N word about 30 times. Oh, yeah, and the person who says that word about 30 times was your president, Joe Biden. Oh, yeah. He says it about 30 times. You guys can check it's on YouTube, but I'm not bringing. I'm not. Yeah, he was a senator. I'm not bringing that up. But Greg, what you said about the rural communities and stuff like that, believing that, you're absolutely right. And if she would have said that people in rural communities don't know what a computer is, I'd be like, But even they know what a computer is. Come on.
Everybody knows what a computer is.
These day and age, but that would be more believable.
Yeah, I mean,
the Bronx. It's in it's a city.
If you have a TV, you know what computers are. If you have
it's basically a computer.
Didn't they put in Tesla charging stations over in the Bronx? So I mean, if you see a Tesla charging station, you know what a computer is.
That's a car.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying it's high tech. You know what I'm saying? You don't just see high tech stuff and not know what a computer it is.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Thanks for trying to make me feel like an idiot.
I'm just joking with it.
What they said with that is like trying to say like, oh, underprivileged people don't know what a phone is. Everybody knows what a damn phone is.
This is the problem. All right. They pander to black people. I'm Cherokee Indian. All right. So is Devin. He's my cousin now.
Well,
The
yes.
cat's out of the bag. We are registered Cherokee Indians. And if one party got on the TV every year and said, it's racist to have IDs to vote because Cherokee Indians don't know what an ID is or they can't afford them, I'd be like, that's the most racist crap I've ever heard.
Wait, I've never seen your ID, Greg. Hold on. I want to see it.
He may not know what it is.
I'm kidding. Everybody, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding.
Don't show it on here, bro.
I've said that what you just said, Greg, about when they do that a lot with the black community. And I know that's where you were going with it. Black people don't know where the BMV is and all that. And it's like, who doesn't? Everybody knows where the BMV is. Come on, man.
I don't know where the post office is. Everybody knows where their local post office is.
I see the black people driving beside me on the highway. I wave to them. I'm like, I wonder if they have a license. Do they know what a license is? I mean,
how do they find the BMV? I mean,
it's insulting.
It is. It's very insulting.
And yet that's people vote for these people year after year. Maybe I don't know, but it's like, why?
But that's why I said
I don't think they really get as many votes as they say.
But that's what I said too. Is said the same thing Greg just said. It's disrespectful, and they don't even know they're being disrespectful. You are calling these people ignorant. You know, like that. That is insulting. It's disrespectful. And people, we don't know who's voting which way and how they're getting all these votes, but I would really, really like to think that it's not really, I would rather say it's cheating than they're really just still voting for these people that have just insulted them, disrespected them.
We're not insinuating the election was cheated in any way, or was it real?
Yeah, we're not saying
we're not insinuating that. I'm saying I would rather believe that than if somebody sits there and disrespects you and insults you over and over and over again, and you still vote for them. There's something wrong with you.
You mean like when they call all white people racists and things like that?
I would find it most difficult to think that the as they say, the most educated voter bloc, and the voter blocks, which is Democrats, by the way, is what they say,
right?
Is unable to tell when they're being slighted.
Sorry, I'm allergic to racism.
Bless you. But yeah, I agree with you, Greg or Devin. Sorry,
but counter to what you said, Duffner, I would actually enjoy being pandered to a little bit more. I'll take some.
Are you saying you want your
the problem
reparations?
Is that pandering is a lie.
It is a lie. What they say about Donald Trump, he's gonna put y'all back in chains. Y'all are the ones who did that in the first place. It was a Democrat. It was the Democratic Party that kept racism going on for so long and tries to keep it going on today. Yes, that's where I was going with it. You're right.
I want to play this for you guys real quick.
You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
What is that? I mean, that is racism right there. Saying that
wait until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community. I would love to.
And but that's the problem. You say, I want them to pander to me, but they pander to them and then do the opposite. I can't. Right. Devin's little smile and cheese down there.
Smelling you up.
Yeah, it's like, why are you cheesing at me?
It's
Devin?
me, man.
Right.
Because I'm cheesing every day of my life.
We got one person watching. Thank you, Amber.
We had
it's always Amber.
The other two that dropped off, we don't like you anymore. I mean, come
I
back.
got scared
please.
off of me.
Stop that.
Sorry.
All right. I think we're going to move on a little. And that was brought to you from CNN News. So even CNN has to show that. We are going
before you move on, I've seen that video and I really wish dude would have fought back on that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've been like, why would you even say something like that? You know what I mean? If it doesn't matter what color you are, if you want to vote a certain way, it's your right as an American citizen. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry. I just wanted to add that.
All right. So we're going to move on to this. Let me get it pulled up here. This story here. Judge Cannon postpones key deadline in classified document case against Trump after Jack Smith admits to evidence tampering. So it says Judge Aileen Cannon on Monday night postponed a key deadline in the classified document case after special counsel Jack Smith, unconstitutional, admitted to tampering with evidence. Cannon temporarily stayed the May 9th deadline for President Trump and his co-defendants Walt Notua and Carlos de, why can't we just have easy name? Oliveira related to CIPA. All right. So apparently President Trump's attorneys wrote a letter to Jack Smith about his confession that classified documents are not in its original form. Your failure to disclose the spoliation of this evidence until this month is an extraordinary breach of your constitutional and ethical obligations. Since the beginning of this case, our strategy, preparations, and argument have been based on the basic premise that, biased as Jack Smith is in his futile efforts to help President Biden make up lost ground in the polls, the line prosecutors and agents would employ the minimal levels of professionalism and competence necessary to preserve evidence relating to the documents at the center of the charges. Trump's lawyers wrote to the special counsel team. Now, it goes on. You can read that right there in the filing. Special counsel Jack Smith on Friday evening responded to Trump's co-defendant, Walt Natua's motion to extend a deadline for disclosures in the classified documents case. Recalls that Walt Natua, a former White House employee and Navy veteran who worked valet for Trump and served as a personal staffer at Mar-a-Lago, was indicted along with Trump last year. In a motion filed late last Friday, Jack Smith admitted the FBI messed with the boxes containing classified documents they seized from Trump and can't be sure the order or placement of the documents. That just goes on about that motion. The government acknowledges that this is inconsistent with what government counsel previously understood and represented to the court. So not only that, they lied previously about it. So this picture right here, those slip sheets the FBI used to replace the so-called classified documents, that's tampering with evidence. That never existed. How do we even know there was classified information in there? For one,
right. Once it breaks the chain of custody, you can't use it.
Once again, there is no, I repeat, there is no bureaucratic department that exists in America that has more authority than the executive branch. There's equal co-branches of the government: the judicial, the House, the Senate, the legislature, and the executive branch. There's no document record center that says, no, we have more power than all of these people.
Right.
That doesn't exist. So under law, any document that is produced during the tenure of a presidency belongs to that president. That's why there's a library for each president. All their documents go there. So Trump has every right to those documents. They don't belong to anybody. They belong to President Trump.
Right.
There's no jurisdiction that says you can't have this. You can't have this. You can't have this. Those were locked up in a room and guarded by Secret Service.
Right.
This is all sham trial. It's a sham. And hopefully the American people see through it. And if you don't see through it, that's why we exist. So you do see through it.
Right.
Like the racist Democrats. Go ahead. What do you guys think, Scott?
There you go, Scott.
I mean, you're right. You're 100% right. This is all, I don't even know what to say about it. It's a witch hunt. You know, we've said that before, and it's the lying, cheating, and stealing and corruption. It's time for it to stop. I think we're at a make it or break it kind of point. It's either got to stop, or I guess we all wait for our jumpsuits in the mail or something. I don't know.
You really want that jumpsuit?
I don't, but I'm afraid I'm gonna come home from work one day. There's gonna be a great big box, you know, from UPS or whatever at my front door, and I'm gonna open it up and it's gonna be full of jumpsuits for me and my family. That's what I'm afraid of.
All right, Devin, how do you feel?
I mean, I'd be okay with the jumpsuit if it had our podcast logo on it. I think it'd be pretty cool. But no, I mean, I think that this is honestly, Greg. I thought you were going to say like nothing to see here. I thought you were going to go all government on us, and you're just like there. Oh no, this is obviously just a hoax by the right. Nothing to see here. It's definitely a witch hunt. They're definitely doing this for a political purpose. Whether or not they found anything there because of the chain of custody being broken, it's obvious that they cannot use it in court. But this is entirely done in order to try and smudge his name, to try and put dirt on him and try to put dirt on the movement that he started.
Yep.
The movement that he started with, which is giving the power back to the people, which they never want to do, because if the power goes back to the people, they lose their power, and all their dirty crap comes out to light. And when it does, they will all be in such severe trouble that there will probably be things that happen in this country that haven't happened in hundreds of years.
If I can get more power back to the people, maybe I can get some gains in the gym. Right.
Go
ahead, Chris. What do you think?
Look, I'm with Devin on this one. Once any type of evidence that's going to be used against you breaks the chain of custody, it's inadmissible in court. You can't use it, because if nobody knows what could have been added or anything like that, then you can't use it. You know what I mean? That'd be like the O.J. Simpson trial, and the knife got passed around the whole room 30 different times, and then like, we're going to use this in court. Well, whose fingerprints are on it? Everybody's. Right. It's gone now. Or if somebody came and picked it up, you can't use that in a courtroom anymore because the chain of custody was broken.
No. All right. Is that all you have to say?
Yeah. I'm done. You got hit on everything else. So
I know. Let me tell you another very big problem that we have in this country that regards to Jack Smith. I keep saying Jack Smith is unconstitutional, correct?
Yeah.
He does not have the power he has. So he has nationwide authority to pursue his prosecutions, both in D.C. and Florida, and he could look for evidence anywhere. Yet, under the amicus brief, he has not been confirmed by a president nor confirmed by the Senate. He has no power. He is an illegal prosecutor.
I did not know that.
Yes. So if you have a special counsel, all right, brought up, the Senate has to approve it. They have to vote.
Well, I didn't. What I'm saying is, I didn't know he wasn't approved. I thought I didn't know that.
He went through none of that. So this guy is just a rogue guy running around prosecuting people. Or you know what I'm saying? He has no prosecutorial power. The Supreme Court even mentioned that. Why did you not bring up that he's non-constitutional and doesn't have the power that he pretends he has?
Maybe they're using him to do that because, like, could he still be charged for being no, I'm saying Jack Smith, could he be charged for anything for doing what he's doing right now? Or
I mean,
I think it's illegal. It's like impersonating an official, kind of. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Okay. I was just wondering, because I was just like, maybe they're just using him to put on this, this show of this witch hunt, this fake trials that he's been doing, just to put dirt on Trump's name. I don't know, man. That's weird. I did not know that. Well, yeah, I mean, scapegoat, but I was thinking like maybe since he wasn't approved through the Senate or by a president and placed in that position, then maybe he can't be charged. But I would think there would be something illegal there. That would be my guess.
I think this is all. I'm sorry, Devin. Go ahead.
I think that people would be held accountable for the actions of pursuing this. if they were confirmed, right? Like if the Senate confirmed him or the president confirmed him, then
True,
they would be
that's-
held accountable for trying to pursue or for pushing him to pursue that. But since he's not confirmed and they technically can't be held accountable for any of that because they never confirmed him. Would be my
Maybe
guess
that's-
is the reason of why they're doing it that way.
That's what
I
I was
mean,
trying to get at. Pretty much.
This,
It's a good
this is
question. I
brought to you
would
by
like to know.
Fox News. So I mean, this is not something that's not known, but yeah, I mean the major news medias, and it's not even on Fox very much. DC appeals court to review Jack Smith unconstitutional appointment in Trump case. He does not have the power. I mean, it was not given to him.
Right.
So this guy is running around and has no constitutional power to prosecute anybody.
Right.
Yet it's going on. So you have to ask yourself, if he has no constitutional power and he has no right to do what he's doing, it's just a sham.
All right.
Yeah, it's
I mean, you can't be found guilty of a case. And honestly, Judge Cannon shouldn't be here in this case. It should have been thrown out. So I don't know if this is a larger setup that's going on or not. But now to go down to the conspiracy road that says Trump is actually the 19th president of the United States under the actual Constitution and the federal government of us, and not the corporation that was founded after the Civil War to pay the debt back to England, then there's code signs that keep going on. If you watch Trump go anywhere, he has a full presidential motorcade. So what that would mean is there's actually kind of a coup civil war going on where you have the president of the Federation of the United States, the federal government, the United States Republic, and the X corporation that was dissolved under Trump, which is true. Now, hold on, let me get this thought out. If this is true, there's been code signs of that's been given out. We can go over this on a Constitution or on a Conspiracy Friday, that all these criminal elements will be rounded up if Trump when he goes to jail. All right. And just the other day, Trump put on up a thing to saying I would be more than happy to go to jail for the Constitution. Go ahead, Scott. I'm going to see if I can find that story.
This is where I get hung up. I mean, you've told us this whole thing about the U.S. getting incorporated due to a debt to England, okay, or to repay the debt to England. Here's where my big problem is how and what did we owe to England? Because last I checked, England eventually said, "You mofos out." They threw us out. So how do we owe them something?
What do you mean threw us out?
How did we owe them something?
They used us
during
to
the
settle a new
Civil
land.
War. Yeah, but you're saying during the Civil War is when this happened, right, Greg?
It was
or the Revolutionary War.
Civil War.
Civil War. Okay, so if it was a Civil War, what he's saying is England fronted us the money to have the war, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes. So
that would make some
corporation.
Wait, fronted who? The North or the South?
The North.
Well,
North.
the winners,
North.
man.
The North. The actual. All right. So now there's sides to this. This comes from high level officials that under the corporation, because England had power. At no point is a president of the United States allowed to walk in front of the Queen. But there's a video, all right, of Trump, and he's going to walk in front of the Queen, and she's sitting there, and he looks at her, and she kind of grins a little bit and motion her fingers.
And she
walk in front of him.
Go ahead.
Yep. So that was a undercover motion to tell people of the world that the corporation is ended, that the debt has been paid back, and we no longer have to. That this is no longer a thing. I'm trying to find that picture, that story.
Is a beautiful idea. But I think we're all really far more focused on the true conspiracy here, which is, what is Jack Smith's last real name? Because that is the most CIA given name I've ever heard in my life. I don't believe that dude's name is actually Jack Smith.
Yeah.
Smith, Johnson. Yeah.
It's still that
Right,
sounds
so-
exactly like.
So,
No, I don't believe that's his name.
As you all know on here, I live in the rabbit hole. I go so deep that
we're at 30
one
minutes.
time I
Let's
poked my
not
head
go-
out in China and I was like, oops, sorry, I went too far. But
Let's not go down the rabbit hole.
so, I mean, I'm not, but
Turned out it
this
was
is what
actually
I'm
the
saying.
Senate.
I keep reading these things and I question myself, is that true? Is this real? And then I come across stories like this. I'll do that sacrifice any day. Trump says he's ready to go to jail to defend U.S. Constitution. Now, I have, like I said, I have gone down the rabbit hole. I searched the dark web. I searched all kinds of things, Q and everything. And I've seen a list where it's broken down of signs that America is coming back to the original state as it was founded in 1776. And then it says, when Trump goes to jail, will be the sign that the military will round up the traitors. And then I come across this story. I'm ready to go to jail. And I'm like, what does this stuff keep clicking? You know what I'm saying? Why is this?
I go down those rabbit holes too, man. And it's when you really look at a lot of stuff, man, you're like, well, I mean, who knows? I mean, there's so much stuff out there. There's so many conspiracy theories out there that just make complete sense. And when you think about it, a conspiracy theory is only a theory until it's proven true.
Right.
And a lot of conspiracies throughout the last, 8 years have come out to be true. So
the government coined the conspiracy theory term after Kennedy died.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever the government says conspiracy theory, or I'm sorry, not with Kennedy, during the Manhattan Project, when they were building the nuclear bomb, they said there's a new town in Tennessee. You know what I mean? They're building a big bomb. No, that's a conspiracy theory. That's not happening. But there was a big town built in Tennessee, and they were building a bomb out in Alamos in New Mexico. So you have to ask yourself, the syphilis experiment, conspiracy theory. All right. True. All right. You know what I'm saying? The Manhattan Project. True. CIA killed Kennedy. True. I can go down this list for hours and days.
The DEA putting crack cocaine into black communities.
True.
That was true.
Yep.
That is not a conspiracy. That was true. They actually did that.
Yeah.
And it was a horrible thing, ruined a lot of lives. But I think Scott has to go, so we might want to wrap this up.
Like a president?
We can wrap him up. We can wrap him up. Put a bow on him.
Like wipe the server like with a cloth. Yeah, I mean, I can't talk about anything serious with Devin Smirk down there at the bottom.
I know, it's funny.
He's just always looking at you like,
I say we dive into that theory on Friday, and we go into that on Friday.
If that's what you guys want to hear, all two of you, I'll be more than happy. I can go on with that for
you just excluded.
He can go on
Devin.
literally forever. He'll never.
No, I'm saying the two viewers up there at the top.
He's talking about viewers.
Sorry.
So anyone that does listen, if you want to go ahead and put, go ahead and write in the comments what kind of conspiracy theory you want to hear about, and we'll take that into account, and we'll see about running that on Friday.
Don't forget your tinfoil hat, or they can hear you.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
I try not to laugh, dude.
How about for 2 minutes you just take us out?
All right, here we go. And the one and the two, roll that beautiful bean footage. I mean, the music. Oh, wait, don't forget the